There was something wrong with the ship. It shook and pitched violently, making it difficult for its crew to remain standing. Warning lights, buzzers, beeps, and sirens intensified the sense of panic aboard the Invader. 16-year-old Zeed of Zarniga felt helpless as he watched his father, Captain Zareth, struggle to maintain control of the Savarsian Exploration Society's spaceship. Zeed could see fear and uncertainty on the pale faces of the crewmen as they manned their stations or rushed to other parts of the bridge. Suddenly, the ship began to thrash around more violently. His whole body felt like he was about to be shaken apart, and a new wave of fear washed over him. Zeed released all the straps and headed for the door, but just when he was reaching for the access panel, there was a loud explosive sound and the ship pitched downward, throwing Zeed into the curved interior wall of the bubble pod. A wave of panic surged through him when he realized the spaceship was falling out of control. He had not finished securing all the straps when he felt the horrible sensation of the Invader slamming into the ground. He heard loud, jarring sounds as the spaceship impacted the planet's surface, and the screeching of metal as the ship was ripped to pieces. Even though all the chair's straps were not in use, the ones securing him held him firmly in place while he was shaken and jerked around. He cried out in terror as the thunderous sound of the crash filled his head. He had no idea what was happening outside the bubble pod, but he could still feel the uncontrollable shaking and abrupt movements of the ship. Though the bubble pod muffled the sounds, he could hear buzzers, beeps, warning sirens, and the faint voices of crew members. He was terrified of what awaited him outside the bubble pod, but his crewmates could be severely injured, or worse. He had to act quickly if he wanted to save their lives. The door opened, and Zeed stood in the doorway, observing the horrific scene before him. The Invader had been torn apart, and its remains were spread out across a grassy meadow. He moved forward, feeling overwhelmed by what he was seeing. He rushed up the slope, searching through the debris and calling out the names of his crewmates, but he received no response to his desperate cries. He turned full circle, surveying the devastation. The scattered fragments of the Invader stretched out all around him in every direction. Jagged pieces of metal littered a grassy field with large rocks, low, scrubby vegetation, and a swift-flowing stream. Tall trees stood in the distance. He could hear water flowing in the stream, the wind blowing through the trees and what he assumed were birds, but other than that, there was silence. Zeed continued his search for the missing crewmen, shoving larger pieces of the ship out of the way while avoiding cutting himself on any sharp edges or burning himself on metal still smoking from the fiery crash.